Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What's going on, everybody? It's your man Chris Storms. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, got a story that was sent to me yesterday. Man, this gotta be another one of them crazy stories that you just be like, how? You know, how and why? But you would never get I guess a straight up answer as to how and why certain things happen. So let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, today's story is going to be about this guy who you see right here. This guy's name is, let me see if I got it right. DARRIUS SESSOMS, if I said that right. SESSOMS. I guess that's SESSOMS. I guess that's how you pronounce this man's name. Shit, I don't know. I never heard a last name like that before. And this is what he did, what you see at the bottom. This man executed a 5-year-old child in front of his siblings, which I believe it was his sisters or brothers and sisters. We're going to get into the story in a minute. But he was the neighbor of these people. And if I'm not mistaken, what I read a little bit of story, they were just kicking it a day or two ago. And this man runs over to these people's house and shoot this young man while he was on his bike. Now, how fucked up is that? Your neighbor, somebody you chilling with, somebody you thought you was cool with. Y'all laughing and kiki and kaka one day. Then the next day, this motherfucker just come and shoot your child. Or let alone just even shoot you. How can you make sense of something like that? To be honest, you really can't. You really can't. But anyway, guys, let's get right into this. So we're going to take him down for a minute. And we're going to get right into this story. Let y'all hear what the fuck is going on with this bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the story of the 5-year-old boy who got shot by the neighbor.
And we begin with breaking news this afternoon. Within the past 20 minutes, we learned the suspect accused of shooting and killing a 5-year-old boy is now in police custody. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm David Crabtree.
And I'm Deborah Morgan. WRL Sloan Heffernan spoke with the child's grieving family today. She's live at the scene in Wilson. Sloan?
Deborah and David, there is a lot of relief in this neighborhood tonight now that the suspect is in police custody. Neighbors tell us that they witnessed what happened here last night. The shooting happened at this house. The suspect lives right next door at this house. One neighbor across the street tells us that the two had dinner together Friday night and that the suspect was even over at the victim's house yesterday afternoon. Later on in the evening at around 5:30, that neighbor tells us that the suspect came running across the lawn, came up to the little boy who was on the bike, and shot him in the head. His two sisters looking on. The question tonight, why?
5-year-old Cannon HINNANT loved to ride his bike and loved animals. His mother tells us he was always smiling and loved his family. Now the family is preparing for his funeral after they say he was shot in the head while playing outside at his father's home on Archer Road in Wilson at around 5:30 Sunday night. Police say 25-year-old DARRIUS SESSOMS, a neighbor, shot the child, and it was not an accident. The reason is still unclear. Police believe the suspect took off in this black Toyota Corolla without a front bumper. Cannon's family was too distraught to talk on camera. They just hope the killer is brought to justice.
And I just got off the phone with the child's grandmother, and she says the family is happy to hear this news. They are just devastated over the loss of this child. The suspect in this case has been brought from Goldsboro to Wilson and will now face first-degree murder charges. We will continue to work to get more information to find out what led to this murder. Back to you.
Boy, Sloan, that question of why is just a heavy one tonight. Sloan Heffernan, live in Wilson. Thank you.
You know, this reminded me back in 2013 when I had moved, and when I moved and got a place, I had got a place for me, my mom's, and my little sister when she was still in school. We all stayed in that place. I went and got this place so we all can stay in and whatnot. And by that being in the neighborhood that we never been in before, my mom have a habit of doing this. I don't know if she's still doing now, but she had a habit of doing this when she go to new neighborhoods. She just gotta go meet the neighbors, gotta go introduce herself and shit like that. Me, I'm not the one to do that. You know, I guess, you know, she's old school to old fashioned, so I guess you want to know who she's around. I guess that's a good thing. I guess if we were still back in them times, maybe that was a good thing. But again, I got to keep stressing it. We're in a different era now, so we can't do that shit anymore. You know, that's what I mean. You know, I'd have been here since 2015 or 16. I want to say it was, I got here in 2015 going into 16, some shit like that. So about 3 or 4 years I have been here. I still don't know all my neighbors over here. And that's the way I really want to keep it. And after seeing this story right here, I think I'm doing a damn good job. I think I'm doing a damn good job without trying to find out who any of these motherfuckers is. It's getting to the point now, shit, you would think that the elderly you meet, they won't fuck with you, which I don't think they will. But when you get stories like this, it make you skeptical even meeting your elder neighbors. You understand? Because what I always say, people ain't there to meet you to get to know you. People are there to meet you to see what the fuck you got. And once they around you long enough, they gonna get what you got. And then try to play innocent like they don't know what the fuck going on. And I never understood that. How the fuck you a neighbor and you stay this close to me, you seeing shit or hearing shit that you don't usually hear, and nothing's been done? You didn't call the police or nothing? I had somebody tell me that once, man, I heard something going on. I thought it was you. But I thought it was you. So you didn't call the police for your boy? Nothing like that? You didn't call the police? You didn't call the security guard? You didn't call the leasing office? You didn't do nothing for your boy? And then when you hear shit like that, when they say they heard it, they thought it was you. What's one of the worst things we're gonna think? You had something to do with it. Which 9 times 10, he probably had something to do with it. But that was years ago. That was my first apartment, so I didn't know how to handle being by myself because that was my very first apartment. But by that being my first apartment, I was 24 years old. A lot of people had to teach me about living on my own, you know, and had to teach me the ways of dealing with, I guess, people you think that's innocent, but really they thugs on the inside. They really don't give a fuck about you. Again, they only get close to you, get cool to you to see what you got. Hell, you got some so far, they go so far to get cool with you to see your girl and try to fuck your girl. And females vice versa, try to get cool with you so they can fuck your dude. It's just a double-edged sword in the era that we're living in today. And this happened a lot. You be having these people in your house, y'all be playing cards, probably get drunk, having barbecues, eating dinner shit, and next thing you know, boom, they done robbed you, they trying to kill you, and all types of shit, hurt your kids and all type of shit. And it leave us asking the question, what did I do wrong? When we know damn well we didn't do shit wrong. But we sit up there and ask ourselves the questions, what did I do wrong? And then we ask ourselves the questions, what did I do to you? But deep down inside, we know we didn't do anything. But then, just like how I found out the hard way, you got a lot of people that's petty as fuck. They petty and deep down inside, they jealous. Petty and jealous is a bad combination. Let me say it again. Petty and jealousy is a bad combination. And I had to find that out the hard way. And it's a damn shame. With pettiness and jealousy, we are grown ass men and women and get all bent out of shape over the pettiest shit. And try our best to tarnish your name because we being petty or we being jealous. You really ain't got shit to be jealous of. If you want the same thing I got, go out and get it. I went out and got it. It's called dedication, self-determination. If I got it, you can get it. But on the other hand, we all don't have the luxury to get our own. But just because we don't have the luxury to get our own at that moment does not mean that we can't ever get it. You just gotta want it. And start trying to ride on other people's coattail. You understand? We had to start trying to ride other people's coattail and get our own. Because like they always say, ain't nothing like your own shit. And I, for one, am a firm believer of that. I am a firm believer of that. It ain't nothing like having your own shit. And to the youngest that's listening to me, because check my analytics, sometimes it do be youngest listening to me. I said it to y'all. When y'all get older, it ain't nothing like having your own shit. Amen? Amen. Man. So let's read what's going on right here. In Wilson, North Carolina, a funeral will be held Thursday for HINNANT, the 5-year-old shot to death in Wilson on Sunday evening. Cannon's life will be celebrated at Wilson Funeral Home Thursday on Friday. Community will gather for a candlelight vigil tomorrow at Wilson Courthouse. DARRIUS SESSOMS, 25, was charged, and this man is 25 years old. I would love to be 25 years old, one of my best years. Was charged with first-degree murder in Cannon's death and was arrested Monday after the shooting on Arcus Road. During a brief court hearing Tuesday morning, he said he planned to hire his own lawyer and rejected the attempt to have a judge appoint an attorney for him. So he has been in court. Then it goes on to say, family members said Cannon was playing outside his father's house around 5 p.m. Sunday when he was shot in the head. The boy's two sisters, ages 8 and 7, saw their brother get shot. This man shot this young man in front of his brother, in front of his sisters. According to Cannon's mother, Cannon was taken to Wilson Medical Center where he died. What is this?
You want the best for your child, and so
yeah,
do
it's a
we.
damn
At Emerge, we partner with
accused of shooting a 5-year-old boy to death while he played outside. WR's Wesley Federa joins.
Okay, we don't really need to listen to that because we know what's going on. I'm telling y'all what's going on right now. Okay, SESSOMS lived next door to Cannon's father, and a neighbor said the two men had dinner together Saturday night. That's fucked up. They had dinner together Saturday night, and SESSOMS was at his neighbor's home earlier Sunday. Doris Librand, if I said that right, Librand, who witnessed the shooting, said SESSOMS ran up to Cannon, put the gun near his head, and fired before running back to his own house. My first reaction was, he's playing with the kids. Librand said, for a second, I thought that couldn't happen. People don't run across the street and kill kids. She said she realized the gun was real when she saw Cannon's father's reaction to the shooting, and she quickly went inside her home, locked the door, and tried to call 911. You don't expect to see somebody shoot someone, she said. Cannon's grandmother said the family was happy to know that SESSOMS had been arrested, but they're devastated by the young boy's senseless killing. Anyone with information about the shootings asked to call the Wilson Pike, the Wilson Police Department at 252-399-2323. And Crime Stoppers at 252-243-2255. I don't know why the grandma would sit up there and think that nobody run up there and shoot somebody. I don't know why would she think that. You know what I mean? Shit. All these killing these children nowadays. Why? I don't get that. You know, or maybe she was just saying. You know, I guess they got so cool with this man that they didn't think he would do something like that. You know, and I guess I get it. You know, because I say that. You know, a lot of times, you know, a lot of white people, they are naive. You know, and they are what's the word I'm looking for? They passive. You know. And again, I asked a white woman that once before, a white woman I'm cool with. I asked her, you know, because she was telling me a story about her. I said, and she was saying she was dating this black dude, and the black dude just kind of treating their relationship like he wanted to keep it a secret or something. But she said she wasn't too cool with that. So I had to ask her, you know, why y'all so passive? You know, why do y'all allow stuff to happen that you're not too cool with? Why y'all so passive? And I can't remember for the life of me what her answer was. But, you know, she never denied that a lot of white people are passive. They are. And it sounded like this was, when, according to the grandmother, she's passive and naive. But regardless of that, that's neither here or there. It was wrong what this man did to that child. That's what we're here to talk about. What this man did to this child. I don't know if it got anything to do with mental illness. Y'all know how I feel about that. How people try to use that mental illness card. You know, hey, I know it's out there, and it is out there. But I think a lot of times people use that mental illness shit to try to get it passed. And a lot of times it does work for motherfuckers like this man right here. But now, I'm wondering. I'm just wondering, and this may be just wishful thinking, are there going to be any kind of protest or anything that this young man was shot and killed? I just wonder, for either side, the black or the white side, I'm just curious, would there be any protest about what happened and how this man was welcoming these folks home and sit up there and shot this child? All right? But again, we shout out Black Lives Matter. I get it to an extent. But why we don't ever shout out Children Lives Matter? I have not heard not one protest that says Children Lives Matter. Other than me and probably 3 more people that's on YouTube that's saying that. Well, let me say it. Children Lives Matter. And repeat that again. Children lives matter. Regardless of what color they are, regardless of race or gender, children lives matter. I said that. Amen. Amen. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, and tell me what y'all think about this. You know, how you feel about it. As always, leave your comments, what you agree, what you disagree with. You know, hey, crazy, man. This is crazy. Rest in peace, young man. Rest in peace. Thank you for listening to